Want to know how to waste taxpayers' money? I'll show you how. Hello, everybody. I'm Nick Driver, and I am. Welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking about the next crazy stunt that Michelle Lujan is pulling with our taxpayers' money. But before we jump into that, remember, hit that like, subscribe, share, and don't forget to leave a comment at the end of the video. So first, we're going to jump into a tweet that she released early this morning, and then we're going to jump into a news article by the Albuquerque Journal. So this is the tweet that was released this morning by Michelle Grissom, or Lujan Grissom. Big news! Today we're launching Vax to the Max New Mexico, a cash sweepstakes for vaccinated New Mexicans with $10 million in total prizes. How to win? Simple. Sign up for your shot at, opt in to the sweepstakes at, that's it. $10 million. She's offering $10 million. We thought these other governors were crazy for offering $1 million, $2 million. She's going to be offering up $10 million worth of prizes to people for getting an experimental vaccine. Tell me she hasn't lost her damn mind. With the list of growing scandals, this is how she's going to try and get people to forget about it, by trying to bribe them with money. And not only bribe them with money, bribe them with a lottery. Not even like money, just a chance to win. So New Mexicans who have already been vaccinated can opt in. Just go to and register. Drawings will begin mid-June. We'll be awarding $1 million weekly for 5 weeks, 250,000 regional winners, and then in early August, a statewide $5 million grand prize. And that's not all. New Mexicans receiving a shot at sites across the states will be eligible for staycations, state parks, and museum passes, and more. Come on. This is ridiculous. Remember how I said you want to know how to waste taxpayers' money? This is how you waste taxpayers' money, right here. This is it. So let's go dive into this and find out what exactly is going on. So Albuquerque Journal has a really good article about this, explaining it, a lot of it. So New Mexico establishes a $10 million vaccine sweepstakes. So this is by Dan McCoy, a Journal staffer, all right? So facing a slowdown in vaccine demand, Governor Michelle Lujan Grissom on Tuesday launched an incentive program that will offer $10 million in cash prizes to New Mexicans who have been vaccinated and registered for a lottery. Facing a slowdown in vaccines, I wonder why. Maybe because new studies are coming out saying that the immune capabilities are just as good as the vaccine. Maybe it's because of all these women who have had messed up menstrual cycles. Maybe because it's the young kids who are getting blood clots. I don't know. Why do you think there's a slowdown in vaccines? Maybe because all the stupid people who decided to take it already have already gotten it. Let's leave it at that. So the state will award $250,000 to one winner in each of the state's 4 public health regions every week for 5 weeks in June and July. The first drawing is tentatively set for June 18th. A grand prize of $5 million will be offered in August. So that means one New Mexican is going to get $5 million for taking an experimental vaccine. And that for 5 weeks, 4 different New Mexicans are going to be getting $250,000. They're basically giving away houses to people for taking this experimental vaccine. But yet again, this is all a lottery. A lottery out of, I don't know, there's 2 million people here in New Mexico. We're at 56% people vaccinated. They want over 60%. You do the math. What are your odds? In an interview, Lujan Grissom said she and others in her administration examined state and federal data on what would motivate people who are open to vaccination but haven't yet signed up for the shot. Do you really think the people who are open up for vaccinations haven't taken the shot yet? Do you? That's just a ridiculous statement. Other states, she said, have also generated strong interest with cash incentives as vaccine demand and others otherwise waning. Just because other states are doing it and wasting taxpayer dollars doesn't mean you need to step up your game and tell them to hold your beer. That's just ridiculous. Now is the right time, Lujan Grissom said, and I have the data that proves it works. Really? You have the data that proves it works? By bribing people to get an experimental vaccine. You have that data? Show it. Release it. Let everybody see this data that says it works. People are so gullible. This is ridiculous. To be eligible, New Mexican residents must register at the state's new Vax to the Max website. Winners must show their federal vaccination card to claim their prize. You got to show your federal vaccination card to claim your prize. Make sure you show them your numbers. The registration deadline is 6 p.m. the day before each drawing. Participants should register only once, and those who don't win will be entered into next week's drawing. Funding for the program comes from federal stimulus funds. Let me read that again. Funding for the program comes from federal stimulus funds. That should piss you off. That should piss off every New Mexican who is reading this or even thinking about this. The U.S. Treasury Department confirmed last week that the American Rescue Plan money can be used for lotteries and other incentives, said state officials said. The American Rescue Plan is what this is disguised under. Basically, the money that's supposed to be helping us New Mexicans get our economy back up and running is now going to only go to a select few New Mexicans. Really great job rescuing America with that one. Lujan Grissom said her administration has authority to disperse the federal funds and the legislative approval isn't required. You hear that? So she has all the power to distribute the money that we're getting from federal aid. She has all that power. All the representatives we elected don't have any say in this. New Mexicans, you should be pissed off. Rep. Patricia Ludstrom, a Gallup Democrat and chairwoman of the Legislative Finance Committee, said Tuesday that legislators should help determine how to spend the federal stimulus funding. An ongoing point of contention between the executive and legislative branch over who has authority. She's right. I mean, she is the chairwoman of the Legislative Finance Committee. I think she should have a little bit of say on what happens with this money. My concerns is that we need to have a seat at the table when it comes to how federal money is being spent, Ludstrom said in an interview. As for the lottery, she said, I'm not sure it's a good use of the money. Duh. Using a lottery from the American Rescue Plan, taking those funds and distributing it to a select few people. I wonder what people are going to win. Hint, hint. She's got a lot of scandals already, so I wouldn't doubt if it just goes to people she knows. Lujan Grissom said that seeking legislative approval would delay the program and create more problems than it solves. Nevertheless, she said her administration was working with legislative leaders more broadly on how to spend federal stimulus funding. She's already spending all the money with her own whimsical ways. She doesn't want to talk to the legislators because she thinks it's going to slow down approval. Well, yeah, because they would probably say you're crazy. You're crazy for doing this. Extremely crazy. Their opinions matter to us, Lujan Grissom said. Obviously not. Other states are offering incentives. Ohio and Oregon have announced 1 million lottery drawings, and Maine is using free fishing license, basketball tickets, and gift cards to boost vaccines. West Virginia is offering cash and pickup trucks. Did you hear that? They're offering $1 million. But like I said, hold her beer. Hold her beer. She's going to show them all up by offering $10 million worth of our stimulus money to these few people to try and get people to take an experimental vaccine. I don't know how many times I got to say that. Get upset, New Mexico. Get mad. Rules. I'm not even going to go over the rules just because it's just ridiculous. All right, so we're at 56% full vaccinated so far. The package of incentives is designed to encourage New Mexicans to roll up their sleeves and get the shot. Do I have to say it again? Bribing New Mexicans with our American Rescue Plan stimulus money to get an experimental vaccine. Get mad. New Mexico was stuck for a few days last week at 55% of its population, 16 and over, fully vaccinated, 5% points away from the target 60%. The share of fully vaccinated New Mexican adults inched up to 56% on Tuesday. Lujan Grissom has said her administration plans to lift capacity restrictions on businesses once the state reaches 60% goal. But demand has fallen for the New Mexicans most eager for the shot have already received it. As the Mexicans most eager for the shot have already received it. At least one recent shot clinic was canceled in Albuquerque after so few people signed up for the vaccine. Yet again, why do you think people are not getting the vaccine? Over 40% of New Mexicans are opting out of this vaccine. Why do you think so? I know why I'm not. Because it's still not FDA approved. Animal trials were basically skipped, and this is 100% experimenting on the populace. It's just that simple. But demand has fallen as New Mexico... Oh, I already signed that. Nonetheless, about 66% of residents 16 and over have received at least one dose, indicating the state can clear the 60% threshold if everyone who needs a second shot returns to complete the series. The Pfizer and Moderna vaccines require 2 doses, spaced a few weeks apart, and Johnson & Johnson vaccine takes just 1. Remember, Johnson & Johnson was recalled. And right now we're seeing a lot of children develop problems from the vaccine, and we're seeing a lot of women develop problems from the vaccine. But nobody's talking about it. But yet they're bribing people to get the vaccine. And it seems like the bribes are just going up and up and up and up and up. But yet again, these are lottery bribes. They're not straight here, thank you, bribes or anything. These are lottery bribes, which is even more ridiculous, especially when it's with our stimulus money. The money that's designed to improve New Mexico's economy and infrastructure. So I'm just saying, are we going to get our new high-speed or broadband internet that they're talking about? Lujan Grissom said the early response to the new incentive was strong. About 25,000 people who are already vaccinated signed up for the sweepstakes by Friday afternoon, she said, and about 15,000 people registered on the state's vaccine appointment website. It's already working, she said. Coronavirus infections and death, meanwhile, are falling. The state announced 2 additional fatalities Tuesday, bringing the state's official virus-related deaths toll to 4,264. I wonder how many of those are actually vaccine deaths that they're just reporting as COVID deaths. Just saying. I'd really like to see the audit on this number. The Department of Health said 105 coronavirus patients are hospitalized in New Mexico, a 28% decline since April 30th. Learn more. Listen, you want to know how you can tell this is a bad idea? The fact that it's being promoted on Albuquerque Journal, KOAT, KOB4, and KRQE. How often do all 4 of these things have the article? Usually it's 2, maybe only 1, but all 4 of them have it? What does that tell you? You can already see New Mexican responses all over the place here. Stimulate the economy and get vaccines out, win-win in my opinion. Okay. What about military stationed here but residents of another state? Let's see. Bribing people to have their DNA altered. If people feared going to hell as much as they feared the coronavirus, more people would... I don't even know what that says. I'm not reading it. So those of us who can't take vaccines just don't count? Thanks. Imagine what $10 million could do for small businesses or schools, even if it's not all that much spread out. still a better use of the funds. It just goes on. It just goes on. I'm telling you, New Mexicans, I don't know how any of you guys could be in support of this. This was our American Rescue Plan money that's now only going to be going to a total of 21 people out of 2 million. $10 million of our rescue plan money is going to 21 people out of 2 million. Why aren't we upset? Why aren't we outraged? Why aren't we getting mad at Michelle Lujan Grissom? Why are we ignoring the scandals? People, y'all need to wake up. Y'all need to stop allowing this to happen. It's just that simple. We are allowing it, and people need to be outraged. I know I am. This is just ridiculous. Y'all need to tell me what you think in the comments. Leave me comments. Agree or disagree with me. Leave the comment. Tell me what you think. Because I can tell you right now, this is the stupidest thing ever. And it's just a total waste of our stimulus money from the federal government. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff. That's all I got for you tonight. I'm Nick Driver. I'm a New Mexican. And I truly care about all of you.